Hi, this is Eddie with a Mindful Emergence, and this particular video is going to be different than some of the others that I've done. Um, Margaret and I live in Asheville, North Carolina, and if you have not been in a cave or on a space shuttle recently, you know that we got hit by this incredibly devastating storm. And I want to talk about trauma, the impact of trauma. But I'll just take a couple of minutes first to update you. So we're safe. That's the most important thing. We didn't have property damage to our home or our vehicle, but it's been a living hell. And it's been that way for so many people here. And many people, of course, lost everything and some lost their lives. But here we are. This is October 14th. The storm hit on September 29th or something like that, 2.5 weeks ago. We currently have power, obviously. Couldn't record this video without it. We do have cell phone reception. What we don't have is running water. So we're becoming experts on how to wash ourselves, do sponge baths, and flush toilets with non-potable water. And we're going to get through this. Everybody's going to get through this. But here's the deal. When this happened, I saw so many people stepping up in such a beautiful way. We've been in recovery phase since the very beginning. The soundtrack in Asheville is chippers, coppers, and chainsaws. Chippers and chainsaws to deal with the thousands of trees that have come down. We walked outside. This place looked like a war zone, power line, trees everywhere. And then the helicopters are constantly flying around, delivering aid, rescuing people. It's just a different world. And I'm very impressed with how many people stepped up, how many people came through and started helping others, looking for people, taking people in. We've had people who have water invite us over for showers, but people are loading helicopters and feeding people. And this is great. And here's what's important to understand. Everybody here has been traumatized. Everybody on some level, some more than others. When people ask me how I'm doing, I say, worse than some, better than most. Worse than some, I got to tell you, this experience was very hard for me because it took me back. Some of you know I was in prison for narcotics in my early 20s, and I was in Attica prison when it erupted in 71 in an uprising. And in that situation, I was trapped for several days, no water, no power, powerless, didn't know what was going on, had no ability to affect my situation. And for many people, there are similar stories. And even if that is not happening, where you're sort of bringing up memories of past trauma, this experience is traumatizing. And what is happening for many people is that their action, as admirable as it is, may not be allowing them to get in touch with their own trauma. If you want to understand trauma, there's two books to read. The first one is Waking the Tiger by Peter Levine. This is an incredible book. The second one is this one, The Body Keeps the Score by Dr. Bessel van der Kolk. Okay. And I'm going to read something to you, just one paragraph out of this book, Waking the Tiger. And in the story, he's referencing someone who'd had a really bad bike accident when they were a child, didn't realize how it had impacted him. Says, John is experiencing a delayed reaction sensitized by the bike accident he had as a child. They had described when he got home, he was irritable, edgy, arguing with his wife, barking at his children, having nightmares, all this kind of stuff, right? Drenching in sweat. It says here, incredible as it may seem, post-traumatic reactions of this type are common. After working for more than 25 years with people suffering from trauma, I can say that at least half of my clients have had traumatic symptoms that remain dormant for a significant period of time before surfacing. For many people, the interval between the event in the onset of symptoms is between 6 weeks and 18 months. However, the latency period can run for years or decades. In both instances, the reactions are often triggered by even seemingly insignificant events. So, this video is not probably my most professional. To be honest with you, I'm not at the top of my game right now. I'm still struggling at times. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to be okay. Margaret has been phenomenal help. I'm using my meditation. I'm using my yoga, and I'm using intentionally using some plant medicine to help me get through this. And I'm going to get through it. And what I want to tell you folks is that if you've gone through this, get help. This is so hard. And we need to recognize that we've been traumatized and slow down and take time to get the help that we need. And if that's you, please do that. And if we can help in any way, please reach out to us. We will do whatever we can for you to the degree that we can, because we're still working through this. Okay? We need all to find the balance and heal the trauma and move on. And thanks for watching.